And he brings the worst in me. He brings the worst in me. Your Honor, I try really hard to make it work, to do everything, but he cheats on me. I have a text message, Your Honor. You can
Let
see
me
that.
see the evidence, Sean.
Please see. He called me promiscuous. Me. I never looked to anybody. I never did anything. I never gave him a reason for him to call me that.
So these are text messages from Mr. Kettle to you.
Yeah, between us.
Hey, I can't unlock the door. Can you open it?
I should have found the courage to end the relationship beforehand.
Okay, didn't I just say, do you agree with what she said? And you said no, and then you just sat up here and just recited exactly pretty much what she said. You were in a relationship. It started going kind of bad, and you cheated.
I was not in a relationship that went bad. I was in a toxic relationship, and I did not.
Toxic relationships are bad. So take me to the part where you leave, and somehow he does something with your clothes. He takes them to the Goodwill?
So, no, he donated. I don't know what happened. He donated. That's what he said. Like, I'm not sure exactly how it happened. That's what he said. So what happened is, after I was at his sister's house, where, like, we're best friends, I was staying with her, and she was like, I don't know how he got a woman like you, and I don't know why you take this, you know,
when she has
these
conversations
things.
with me.
He's very spoiled, and he's always been like this. So I was so broken, because twice now he had cheated, twice. I went to his sister. After like 2-3 days, I called him and I said, we're done. I cannot be in a relationship with you anymore. This is like really toxic. This is not good for me. I need some time off.
What did he say when you told him you can't be in the relationship anymore?
He begged me to stay. He was like, please.
That's not true. I did not beg you to stay.
He begged me. I wish his sister was here. She couldn't come here. I tried to get her here. She couldn't come here. His sister saw. He was begging me, begging me to stay.
That is
you
not
elevate
true.
my life. You make me better. You make me a better man. I want you to be a better man. And he brings the worst in me. He brings the worst in me. Your Honor, I try really hard to make it work, to do everything, but he cheats on me. I have a text message, Your Honor. You can
Let
see that.
me see the evidence, Sean.
Please see. He called me promiscuous. Me. I never looked to anybody. I never did anything. I never gave him a reason for him to call me that.
So these are text messages from Mr. Kettle to you.
Yeah, between us.
Hey, I can't unlock the door. Can you open it? I'm not home.
I gave him, when I called him, we decided, look, I'm going to look for a place to live. But it's California and it's hard, so give me a little time to find.
You said I need to come shower and change my clothes.
Exactly. I paid for 1 month to stay, and I said, we're not going to be in a relationship. We're going to be not roommates, but like we're going to live together until I find a place. And he said,
this is
okay.
After you left with the sister? You
Yes.
came back. Mr. Kettle, so you told her you have some nerve.
Yes, this is.
I haven't heard from you in a week, and now you want to move quick since you're back? I was worried about you.
So
you were worried when she disappeared?
Yes, these text messages are actually from after we had already broken up and established that she was going to stay in the apartment until she found a place. Then she went to a bar with my sister and disappeared for a week. I texted her. I called her.
It was 4 days. Your Honor, I can explain what happened. It was 4 days. So what happened is this. After I talked with him, I was crying. I was kind of like in a depressive mode. His sister said, like, let's cheer up, let's put music, let's go out. And I was like, okay, let's go out. We went out. I was in the bar and I met this guy called John. And I don't know if you ever met somebody that you feel like you live another life with that person because it's so like common and it's so safe and it's so nice. And we kept talking, me, him, and Tia. The three of us were talking, having all the stuff.
All right.
So he invited me to spend a few days in Tahoe. I have never.
On the night you met him?
On the night I met him, I came back and I went to my apartment where I pay rent for 1 month. I put the key in, the key wouldn't work. The key wouldn't work. And I tried many times. I text him, I'm trying to get home. I need to go change. I need to get my stuff. He's not answering. He's ignoring me. Then he was like, yeah, I changed the key lock. I did all the stuff. I couldn't get into my own apartment.
That you paid rent for?
I paid rent for.
Was your name on the lease?
No, because what happened is he lives in a place that is rent control. And when we came in, I came in after I went to his apartment. If you put me on the lease, the rent goes higher and then changes everything. So he was like, let's keep you without the lease so the rent is lower because it's a rent control thing. And I was like, oh, okay. I want the best for us. So if we can save money, let's do it. I couldn't get in.
And then
So
what happened?
I text him, nothing from him. I went
That's
to his
not
sister.
true. I texted you right back.
No, you text me later.
I'll give you a chance to respond, Mr.
Thank you,
Kettle.
Your Honor.
I went to his sister and I'm trying. For 48 hours, I couldn't get into the apartment. Finally, when I could get in, he was standing there and then he was like, you have 20 minutes, go. And I was like, okay. I was already like, it was such a weird situation because it's been 3 years and I'm trying to get my stuff. And when I look, almost everything that I had was in trash bags, all piled up in the corner. And he was like, you can just get and go. And it's
Did
like,
you have her things in a trash bag, Mr. Kettle?
No, Your Honor. I had her things in a series of duffel bags that I had set neatly by the front door in the hallway. What had actually happened was she left for Tahoe for about a week. I did not know what was going on with her. I texted her several times because our agreement was that she would stay in the apartment until she found a place of her own. That was the agreement. So I'm not hearing anything from her for a week. I make a group chat with her and my sister. I'm saying, you know, if you don't hear back from Tiff in a day or so, I'm going to file a missing persons report because I don't know what's going on with her.
You're genuinely worried.
I'm genuinely worried.
Do you have any evidence you brought today?
I do, yes, Your Honor.
May
I
I
have
see
these
it?
text messages, chains.
And these text messages are presented to the court to show what?
To show that I did text her several times while she was gone. She did not respond to any of those text messages.
Your Honor,
Tiff, are you okay? Why aren't you answering my calls? It's been 3 days. Where are you? Just let me know you're okay. Text me or Tia if you're okay. It's been a week. This is crazy. Please respond. I'm worried about you.
Your Honor, may I answer, please?
No. Hey, Tia, if I don't hear from you, Tiffany, I'm going to file a missing persons report. It's been 2 days. Hey, bro, Tiffany just texted me. She says she's okay and we'll be home later. Can you tell her to answer my text? I'm worried about her. She said, don't worry, she's home soon. So the bottom line is you were blowing her up because you thought something had happened to her when she disappeared for a week.
I did.
Did you change the locks on the door?
I did, Your Honor. I did change the locks.
And did you change the locks? You're so worried about her. This is where she lives and her things are, but you changed the locks.
I was worried about her, and then I got that message from my sister Tia that said she's fine. But so I'm assuming that, okay, well, she's fine. She hasn't responded to me. She hasn't communicated to me. So I'm assuming she's not coming back. She has gone off for a few days before and not communicated. So I'm assuming she's not.
Mr. Kettle, I wasn't born yesterday. You were not assuming that she was never coming back. All her things were there. You were assuming that she was with another man and you were furious about it, so you changed the lock so she couldn't get in the house.
That is not true, Your Honor. I was assuming that she had found another place, like we had discussed.
So she found another place and was never going to have to be able to get into that place to get her things?
I welcomed her to get back to get her things.
So take me to that part.
Okay.
When did you say you can come get your things? Because I already see what's happening. I mean, this is obvious. This is obvious. This is classic breakup. You getting back at him. Then, of course, you know, y'all men can dish it out. You can't take it. So then once she went off, then you got mad and changed the locks. And then once she changed the lock, she couldn't get back in to get in to get her stuff. Or did you give her any time? This is too classic for me.
I did give her time to get her stuff. What she is referring to, those 48 hours, I was away on a work trip. And so I said, I will be back in 2 days. And then you can come in and get all your things.
When did you let her in the house?
I let her in the house when I got back from my trip, 2 days later.
Why would he change the lock, knowing that I live there?
We know why he changed the lock, Miss
Exactly.
Stevenson. We already understand that. The problem is you're not on the lease. I hate to break this to you.
I know.
So moving on, were you paying money, though, out of your own pocket for the
Yes.
rent, or were you giving it directly to him?
To him.
Okay. In cash or
In cash.
by?
Cash.
Even worse. Did you bring any proof of that?
No, it was $9.35, like every month I was
Went to
giving.
worse.
I know.
Okay, terrible.
It's like, why would I write anything? This is the man of my life. This is like my future husband.
Well,
like,
why wouldn't you
I'm
pay with a
naive
check?
then.
You've got all of these online transfers. You've got Venmo. You've got Zelle. You've got
He said
Cash
it was
App.
easier this
You've got
way.
this.
That is not true.
was
I
easy.
never
He
said
said
that.
this
That
is
was
easier.
her idea. She wanted to pay
So
with
was
cash.
she paying part of the rent?
She did pay part of the rent, yes, for
All
that
right,
month.
so you changed the locks even though you knew you had someone, a tenant, a person, paying part of the rent. You were wrong for that. When you get to the point where you go get your things, why don't you get it?
because I went in, I got some of our stuff, okay, that he had packed like a crazy man in a plastic bag, a trash bag. And I got it. After 2 weeks, I got found in my apartment, and I'm taking everything out. It was a whole bunch of things missing. Things that he knew that I love. He knew that I cherish them.
Coming up.
I said you have about 30 minutes.
No,
you
20.
grab your stuff, and that is not true.
20 minutes.
Would you let me talk since I sat here quietly and let you talk?
We're back with exes Tiffany Stevenson and Kemp Kettle, who are in court fighting over lost belongings.
Did you reach out to him and say some of my things are missing?
Yes, you have right there, Your Honor, on the second one, the text message that I have. It's written right there. I text him. I said, some of my things are missing. Can you please get to me and get some
I'm
of the
unpacking.
things?
Some of my things are missing. I told you I was cleaning. I gave you a chance to pick up whatever you left, but you were ignoring my calls. Really? You're mad. He said, I told you to get them, but you didn't. That's not my fault or my problem now. You need to pay for my clothes. Mr. Kettle, how long did you give her to get her things?
She came to the house. I said, you have about 30 minutes.
No,
you
20.
grab your stuff, and that is not true.
20 minutes.
Would you let me talk since I sat here quietly and let you talk?
He did.
I'm sorry.
You had an opportunity to go and look through that house up and down to see if your things were in there, but you did not do your due diligence and look everywhere because you were upset and angry and probably acting like you are right now. So you snatched the things up, but then waited 2 weeks to see what was inside, then realized some things were missing. Then you called him back and said there are things missing, and then you said it's not my problem because I already gave you chance to look all through the house. Is that right?
At that point, Your Honor, yes. I had already given that
All I
bag.
want to hear is that.
Not fully, because he said he packed everything, all my stuff.
So, Mr. Kettle, at that point, did you look through the house anymore for anything that you felt like she said was missing?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you see anything
I
else?
did not, Your Honor.
Did you take any of her things to the Goodwill?
I took a bag that we'd already agreed was donation to the Goodwill. I did not look inside of it. The last that I checked, when we decided what was going to the Goodwill, her Jordans were not in there, her jeans were not in there, whatever else she's claiming was not in there.
You dropped one bag off at the Goodwill?
I dropped one bag off at the Goodwill, Your Honor.
And you are testifying today that you did not destroy any of her other things?
Absolutely, Your Honor. That is what I'm testifying.
All right. I've heard enough. Whew. Y'all have worn me out today. Let me tell you something, woman to woman. And I'm just going to give you this little piece of advice. It's called I drop a dime and you pick it up if you want it. Do not ever give up a place where you live for a relationship that you do not know is going to make it or not. When you move across the country for somebody, right, and don't have your name on a lease and can easily lose access to a place, whether it's right or wrong, you should protect yourself as a woman. Do you understand me?
I do.
And look out for yourself, because there comes a time where just playing the victim is no longer going to work for you.
Your Honor,
I'm done taking testimony. I've heard it. You've repeated the same story 5 times. And the only thing you haven't told me in the last 25 minutes is that when he gave me time, I searched that whole entire house up and down for my things. Court is adjourned, judgment for the defendant.
I told you that the truth would come out and the truth would set us free. You know what? You were always doing all this behind my back, and you were telling me that I could talk and say my truth as much as possible. No one would believe me. But they did believe me.
Ridiculous. This is ridiculous.